Yes. What do you say, Tomás?
Yes. Record is another thing, and to record is a verb.
Excellent. To record on the cloud.
You have an album, a record, and you could record an album.
The verb. Okay.
Verb. Yes,
the
that's
verb.
what bands do. They record and they make a record.
Okay. Did you notice that, Romy? Not only for me, but also for you. Okay. Well, yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry. Is that I like when some exact using the exact words as they are supposed to. I like.
Yes, you're right.
They call it collocation. Yes, collocation. You know.
Well, can you see the cover of the book, International?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that the ILEC book?
No. This is not the ILEC book. This is the intermediate book. It's easier than the other one. But it's very, very good, and it's Cambridge style, full of very well organized exercises. That's why I love this book, Criminal Law. Well,
a esto que mandaste ahora hace un rato no llegué a imprimirlo, Adela. O sea,
okay, we will see the activities here, and then you print it and you use it. Yes. Okay. Remember, Romy, whether you... no, me dijiste que no ibas a rendir. Siempre lo mismo yo, siempre insistiendo con que rindan el toast. Ok, después te vamos a andar jorobando el año que viene. Ok, the study of the law, leading. Romy, would you like to read it?
Yes.
A crime?
A crime is any act or omission of an act in violation of a public law. There are many different crimes or offenses. How many of the offenses in the box do you know? Choose 4 and tell a partner what you think they are. Then look up any words you don't know in a dictionary.
Well, how many of the offenses in the box do you know?
¿Las leo primero?
Yes.
Armed robbery, yes. Arson, I don't know. What is
Arson?
it?
Well, then I tell you.
Assault. Assault. Battery, bribery, burglary, domestic violence, drug trafficking, drunk driving, embezzlement, I don't know this word.
Okay.
Extortion, forgery, fraud, homicide, insider dealing, joyriding, kidnapping, larceny, manslaughter, money laundering, obstruction of justice, rape, shoplifting, stalking, tax evasion, and theft and vandalism.
Vandalism. So arson. Arson is to set fire on purpose to a premise.
Okay.
To set fire. Incendiar.
Claro.
Incendiario. Arson. Embezzlement. Probably it sounds another thing. Embezzlement. What does it sound for you? Embezzlement.
No sé, no me suena nada conocido.
For me, in Spanish, suena a enriquecimiento.
No, pero como me ofende, no me imagino.
Enriquecimiento. Embezzlement means, for instance, you are the director of a comisión directiva of a school, or ¿cómo le llaman? Comisión de fomento, ¿cómo le llaman a las escuelas? La escuela se llama la cooperadora. You are the director of the cooperadora and you take the money for you. You steal the money that was destined to another destiny, to a cooperative destiny.
Sería malversar fondos.
Malversar fondos. Embezzlement. Well, which one? Which other one?
Y forgery.
Forgery. Forgery, for instance, you have your document, but you want to pretend that you're not Romy Sekin, but you are, I don't know, an artist or whatever. So you want to appear as another person, and you create another document that appears to be a true document. So that's forgery. Falsificación. What else?
Manslaughter.
Manslaughter. Slaughter, what is slaughter?
Como de mentir, ¿será?
No. For instance, I am an animalist, you know, I respect animals. I don't want to eat animal meat or any other meat. And I think that what happens with animals is that they are slaughtered. Es una carnicería, a slaughter. Yes, so manslaughter es hacerle eso a un man.
Okay.
Es como, serían los mataderos. In fact, los mataderos, they are called slaughters.
It's the slaughterhouse.
Yes, the slaughterhouse. And it's not a bad word. It's the true word, the slaughterhouse for cows. For cows. But in this case, it's manslaughter.
The slaughter for pigs as well.
For pigs also. Yes, and sheep. What else?
No, y después stalking es el de
stalking,
seguir a alguien como en redes, digamos.
Acosarlos. Yes. What else? One that is funny is joyriding. Joyriding, yes, is, for instance, to take another person's car and steal the car just for fun, and you go with the car. Joyriding.
Yes.
Joyriding, enjoy, but you are stealing the car.
Yes.
Yes.
Try not to get caught.
Yes. Freely.
Well, in all crimes, you should try not to get caught.
Yes.
You should try at least.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, crimes which are typically committed by office employees and salaried professionals are known as white-collar crimes. White-collar crimes. And you should say you shouldn't say white-collar crimes. You should say white-collar crimes. No pongas la T en el medio. White-collar crimes. White-collar crimes. Or business or corporate crimes. Which of the crimes listed previously are white-collar crimes for you?
Embezzlement.
Embezzlement is white-collar crime.
Fraud.
Fraud, yes.
Tax evasion.
Tax evasion, perfect for an accountant. Yes.
My God, did you know?
Yes.
Did you know any about the topic beforehand?
Yes, she knows a lot. Yes.
When did she learn it?
En inglés, un poco vimos el año pasado con Daniela.
Right.
But this material, did you tackle this material or not? This book?
No.
Excellent. Excellent. No. So it's new material. Thomas, what is larceny? I don't remember. Larceny.
Larceny. Let me just
check
because
go for it.
I hadn't here.
Okay.
I think it deals mostly with stealing something, but let me try to.
Meanwhile, Rami, tell me white-collar crime. Say white-collar crime.
White-collar crime.
And don't say white-collar crime. You should say white-collar crime. White collar crime.
White collar crime.
I see, white collar crime, como si la T no existiera. White collar crime, white collar crime. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Ahora Tomás nos va a buscar larceny mientras seguimos.
Yes.
Tell me.
Yes, I'm going to base myself on a
Okay.
on a PowerPoint that I had prepared a couple of years ago. If you want, I can show it to you.
No, just tell me what larceny is, please.
What
and
is
then
larceny?
I go on. You go for it and I follow on. Please take a picture, Romy, of the assignments here. Take a picture.
Tengo descargado. No lo tengo impreso, pero lo
Take a picture just to have it on your phone.
Okay.
I will do the same. Because then we move on to another page. That's
No,
why.
I'm sorry, I don't have larceny here.
Pero busca el diccionario online. Listo.
Ah, very good. Okay.
Very good.
You should
Okay.
have told me that.
Ah, well.
Larceny means the crime of stealing personal property. You
Ah,
probably
And what's the difference?
between theft,
Yes. Yes.
or stealing. I'm not sure. I think it probably means that it's rather old. That may be the difference. But
the term is old.
the term is quite old.
Okay. Okay. Well, we have already taken a picture, so we move on to the reading. Yes. So first of all, we will read some part of the assignment. Read the text on page 40 and answer the questions. How do criminal law cases and civil law cases differ in the way they are initiated? Name the 4 most common categories of criminal offense. ¿Cómo es, Tomás? Offense? Tell me, please. Creo que es offense. In what way is the standard of proof different? And that part is quite
criminal offense
for a judge. It's quite interesting. The standard of proof different for criminal and civil cases. And
I told them that.
Tell us. Previously, yes.
Yes,
well,
I told them Romina should know.
We will see because it's in the reading. We will go for the reading now. And what's the difference between a felony and a misdemeanor? Does your jurisdiction make such a distinction? Okay, that's the first assignment. So this is the reading, quite long, I think, but it's not so long as it happens in the ILEC book. Well, Romy, can you read it? Criminal law.
yes. Criminal law, sometimes, although rarely, called penal law, involves the prosecution by the state of a person for an act that has been classified as a crime. This contrasts with civil law, which involves private individuals and organizations seeking to resolve legal disputes. Prosecutions are initiated by the state through a prosecutor, while in a civil case, the victim brings the suit. Some jurisdictions also allow private criminal prosecutions.
Okay.
Esa sería la primera.
Vamos a ver si se responde alguno. If it answers some of the questions. How do criminal law cases and civil law cases differ in the way they are initiated? Do you remember?
Yes.
Tell me.
Civil law involves private individuals and organizations seeking to resolve legal disputes. They are initiated by the state through a prosecutor.
Vaya prosecutor. Okay.
While in a civil case,
what happens?
The victim brings the suit.
The suit is the lawsuit or the claim. Excellent. Depending on, let's see this second paragraph. Depending on the offense or the offense, please, Thomas. Offense. Tell us.
The offense.
Offense. Depending on the
Offense
offense.
is with military or sports terms.
Yeah. So depending on the offense and the jurisdiction, various punishments are available to the courts to punish an offender. A court may sentence an offender to execution, corporal punishment, or loss of liberty, imprisonment, or incarceration. Suspend the sentence, impose a fine, put the offender under government supervision through parole or probation, or place them on a community service order. So let's see the questions. Name the 4 most common categories of criminal offense. What do you say? Yes or not? No? No.
No, me parece que para el
No.
párrafo que
Yes,
sigue.
so we go on. Romy, please read the following one.
Criminal law commonly prescribes, that is, it prohibits several categories or offenses. Offenses against the person, e.g. assault, offenses against property, e.g. burglary, public order crimes, e.g. prostitution, and business or corporate crimes, e.g. insider dealing.
So, without reading, which are the 4 most common categories, is categories with the stress on the categories of criminal issues or crimes? Do you remember?
Against the person.
Yes.
Against property.
Yes.
Y después hablaba de public order y el último no me acuerdo.
Order,
Era
public order crimes, and business crimes. Excellent memory, Romy. Okay. Well, another question. In what way is the standard proof different from criminal and civil cases? Professor Thomas says that you should know it. Let's go for the reading. Can you read the following paragraph? Most crimes?
Yes. Most crimes, with the exception of strict liability crimes such as statutory rape and certain traffic offenses, are characterized by 2 elements: a criminal act, actus reus, and criminal intent, mens rea. To secure a conviction, prosecutors must prove that both actus reus and mens rea were present when a particular crime was committed.
Okay. Is characterized by 2 elements. And well, okay. Remember that there was a series called Law and Order, Criminal Intent. Remember? Criminal intent. Well, in criminal cases, I didn't have burden of proof. In criminal cases, the burden of proof is often on the prosecutor to persuade the trier, mira qué buen término, the trier, whether judge or jury, that the accused is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, or every element of the crime charged. If the prosecutor fails to prove this, a verdict, mind that this verdict is not verdict, it's verdict without E. It's not a mistake, it's not a typo, it's verdict. A verdict of not guilty is rendered. This standard of proof contrasts with civil cases, where the claimant generally needs to show a defendant is liable on the balance of probabilities. So the balance of probability against the reasonable doubt, beyond the reasonable doubt. The balance of probabilities more than 50% probable in the USA, this is referred to as the preponderance of evidence. So you have beyond reasonable doubt and preponderance of evidence. Yes. So what is the question is? The question is, in what way is the standard of proof different from criminal and civil for criminal and civil cases? Tell me, please. In English, if you can.
In criminal cases, the accused is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay. And in the other one?
In the other one. In civil cases, the defendant is liable on the balance of probabilities, more than 50% probable.
Ok. No sé por qué no puedo volver al libro. me maté. Espera. Acá está. Are you seeing the book? Yes. Well, let's see.
Ahí está
Yes.
el ejercicio.
Yes. Last one. Can you wait for me for a moment, please? Okay. Last but not least, another question is, what is the difference between a felony and a misdemeanor? Does your jurisdiction make such a distinction? Let's see. Some jurisdictions distinguish between felonies, more serious offenses, offenses. Thomas, please tell me.
No, serious offenses.
Offenses,
I just checked the pronunciation.
More serious offenses, such as rape and misdemeanors. Less serious offenses, such as petty theft. Petty theft. Me encanta el petty theft. It is also worth noting that the same incident may sometimes lead to both a criminal prosecution and an action in tort. Remember that tort is daños y perjuicios. So the question was, what is the difference between a felony and a misdemeanor? Does your jurisdiction make such a distinction? Tell me, Romy.
Sí, acá se hace esa distinción, no sé porque no soy abogado.
But tell me, what is the difference in the text?
Felony are the more serious offenses.
And misdemeanor?
Misdemeanors are less serious offenses, such as petty theft.
Petty theft. Okay. Okay. Just a moment.
Hola.
Hello. Sorry, I was late.
Por fin, si no era todo conmigo.
Sí, nos deteníamos como ahí viene Valentina.
De
que va a hacer su
punto.
primera clase.
Bueno, claro.
Ahí viene Valentina, que va a hacer su primera clase. Bueno, ahora los voy a dejar en manos de Tomás. Ahí viene Valentina. Bienvenida, Valentina. Bienvenida a la clase de inglés jurídico. Muy bien, Valentina. Valentina Oro se llama. Me voy a retirar y va a seguir todo con Tomás. Aguante, Tomás. Aguante, Tomás, y aguántenlo a Tomás.
Qué mal.
You know that I have 2 degrees, so it's not so easy to say aguanten el Tomás.
Aguante al Tomás y aguante Tomás. Bueno, I will follow another, and in next week, I will go on with these activities. So take it into account, the book, because I will follow on, because I think that it has lots of material to chew, because there are listening activities and so on. So take it into account, and now you follow on with Thomas. Thank you very much. Thomas,
Afterwards, send me the book.
Yes. Well, I will send. It's in the WhatsApp group, Thomas. Please,
All
Thomas. I stop recording, and now you take the recording, please.
Right.
Yes. On the cloud, please, Thomas.